If I lived for 1,000 years, I would have mastered basic human interaction, but maybe that's just me. Welcome, this is Moon Dives. Hope you're feeling good. If you're not, hope you're feeling better. Today we'll be diving into another fantasy drama called My Roommate is a Gumiho. What is My Roommate is a Gumiho, you ask? Like the name suggests, it's about a 999-year-old Gumiho named Shinwooyeo, whose pearl comes out way easier than it should and gets lodged in a university student, leedam. The pearl can only stay within a person for a year before they die, and if Wooyo doesn't retrieve the pearl, then he'll lose his chance of ever being a human. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's dive into it. So our two main characters, Shinwooyeo and leedam, are living together, and it's a bit awkward because they don't know each other, but also because Shinwooyeo is a 999-year-old Gumiho who still doesn't know how to communicate.
Okay, that's going to be a problem.
The two lay down some ground rules so that not only is the pearl safe, but they can live together amicably. This brings in a power imbalance because all of the rules that Shinwooyeo enforces give him a sense of power over how leedam has to navigate her life. As if it's not enough that she has a pearl in her that might kill her after a year, but I digress. After that, the two start getting close in the typical kdrama fashion where their hearts are beating a mile a minute, but they don't know what it is. It's love, and eventually they do end up together, and this is where things begin to change. Initially, the two of them are very cute together, but remember how I said that Wooyo has communication problems? You need that for a relationship, and so things start to go downhill. After their honeymoon phase of about 1 episode, 2 at best, things start to go downhill. Most relationships have problems, but what matters is how you decide to handle it, and the drama decides to handle it in a very weird fashion. It stops holding Wooyo accountable for his actions because they think that if his actions are made from a place of love, then it's okay. Even when he does give apologies, they don't seem genuine because he'll go and just do the same thing right afterwards. He's becoming more possessive, he's being childish, which he was to a certain degree, but now it's worse. And then he starts lying, and I felt so sad because I'd come to a point where I loved him because initially I was wary of his character, but I think they built him up so well to just break everything down for no apparent reason. This doesn't only affect him, but leedam as well, who I love. She's straightforward, she's passionate, she's confident, all the things I love in a female lead. She does question his actions, but she also falls into that trap of if it's from a loving place, then he deserves forgiveness. And I just want to say no, because his behavior was just so strange and bordering on stalkerish at times that I thought that was an interesting way to make her just brush it over and say it's okay. Like when her life started falling apart, well, not really falling apart, but things changing and going badly because of the relationship she had with him, she was letting go of things for him when it could have been easily solved with him fixing it because he's all powerful, he can do anything. What happened to the fluff? What happened to the trust? What happened to the relationship I was loving? So unlike the drama I covered last week, which is Do Me Your Service, you can check it out on my channel, we do have a second male lead, and I don't have much to say about him. He was essentially used, abused, and thrown away. Essentially, he was just used to create friction in the two's relationship. He did have a bit of development as a character because initially I did not like him at all, but then the drama throws it away so that he can create more friction, and yeah. But the guy was a good actor, so kudos to him. Now we're moving on to the fun parts of this drama. This drama also had college elements, and if you do know me, then you know that I'm a sucker for these type of plots. Then add on a good friendship, and I'm there for it. So there's 2 friend groups that I have to cover, which would be leedam's and then Shinwooyeo's. So we'll start with leedam because the second one is more like a frenemy thing going on. So in leedam's friend group, here we have Do Jae-jin and Choi Soo-kyung. They were such a breath of fresh air to this drama. I really loved them and enjoyed how the drama didn't bring any romantic feelings into their friend group. We got to see a lot of Jae-jin because he has his own romance blooming here. I loved him in Moment at 18, and to see him very quickly after startup felt like a blessing, especially in a character that made this drama more enjoyable to me when the 2 main leads were having their drama. Then we have Soo-kyung, another gem in this drama. She's the smartest one of the group. She mainly focuses on studies, but we were given snippets of what we could only hope is romance blooming for her too. She's confident and fierce, and every single one of them are loyal to a fault. Watching them made me feel really warm and reminisce about the days before the pandemic hit. I can't say that we could have seen more of her. We get like bite-sized pieces of her and then sometimes full-blown moments, and her storyline was like really interesting, so I feel we could have gotten more airtime for her. They do insult her at times, and I found that very uncomfortable. It's the fashion of K-dramas, I know, but she's a beautiful actress, an amazing actress as well, so I just had to mention that. Moving on to our second friend group, which is Shinwooyeo and Yang Hae-son. They're not really friends, they have more of this frenemy vibe, but when they need each other, they're there for each other. Yang Hae-son is a Gumiho, or at least she used to be a Gumiho, she is now a human. Her story was extremely fun to watch, and it got me thinking of whether they would actually make this drama about her. We've seen so many Gumiho stories where the person, or the Gumiho, wants to become a human, but rarely have we seen ones where the person is actually a human and we're seeing them navigate through all these social cues and funny things that they can't really understand as well, and I think that would have been a great idea. I don't have much complaints about the fantasy of this drama because the lore and effects were brilliant. I can say that Shinwooyeo did feel overpowered at times. A lot of unnecessary plot lines that created problems could have been easily fixed too. The drama was supposed to focus on Shinwooyeo as a person growing and becoming more human, but that doesn't really happen, or when it does, it's too late and poorly executed. Adding on that his character starts becoming less likable as the drama reaches its conclusion, it's a bit disappointing. The drama isn't all bad though. As I stated, it's not just a fantasy drama, but a college one too, with a brilliant supporting cast that really uplifts the drama. So I definitely say go watch it for them, and if you want to learn to destroy a perfectly good ship. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Next week we will be changing it up a bit by diving into Nevertheless. I'll be giving my thoughts on episode 1 and 2 and all the steaminess apparently that it has. So tune in for that as well.